Before integration, Black students had few options for higher education. HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities, weren't just schools. They were safe spaces, training grounds for Black excellence. And in 1837, Cheyney University was the first of them all. Or, depending on who you ask, maybe not.
There's a little bit of a debate. Some people say that Lincoln was the first HBCU. Who do you think was the first HBCU, Cheyney or Lincoln?
Man, forget all that.
Regardless of the debate, one thing is certain: Cheyney set the foundation. For decades, it was a thriving institution, a place where students found community and purpose, like my parents.
I'm a former Cheyney student. I went straight out of high school.
I am a Cheyney alumni, and I attended from 1992 to 1997.
So we're both from New York, and we both went to Cheyney. He went first, I came second.
My memory of it, it was just a whole culture shock for me. I remember pulling up on the yard right in front of the dorm and unloading my car, not knowing anyone.
The school is kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but everybody just seemed to have fun, so I liked the atmosphere.
I had a very good experience at Cheyney. Starting from scratch, not knowing anyone, definitely made a lot of good friends, met a lot of people over the years that I was there.
My situation was a little different because I did get pregnant my first semester, but I still continued to live in the dorms all the way from September through May.
It's definitely got a lot of attention, as we both did, just because she was pregnant while we were on campus.
My teachers didn't say anything, everybody understood. Even when my son was born, I brought him to class too the following year, and nobody seemed to have a problem. They were just happy I was continuing my education.
Overall, I would say it was a good atmosphere on campus. Everybody knew everybody, or everybody got to know everybody while we were there.
People would just barbecue outside the dorms, hang out. There was always something to do. And they have parties, they would do step shows and things like that.
The different fraternities step, that was a new experience. Coming from New York, HBCU wasn't a big thing.
I did like the fact that everybody looked like me when I was there.
You live close by to Cheyney, so
Yes.
How does it make you feel when you see the campus today?
Over the years, something changed. Enrollment dropped, funding disappeared, and the Cheyney everyone once knew barely exists today.
It's upsetting because it was a thriving campus at one point, and now it just looks dead. I would drive by the school and I would just notice that not a lot of kids went there anymore. I noticed that they got rid of some major sports programs like the football team, and they were losing money, losing enrollment. Then I would read about it in the paper, how they needed funding and things like that. So that's when I just started realizing that it was not the same.
We always get news about Cheyney, always worry about Cheyney, because I know financially it's a struggle for them. Over the years, even attending them, it was always discussion about the struggles that Cheyney was having. It actually makes me worry for Cheyney, and my fear is that one day it will close.
Cheyney's struggles are a part of a bigger issue. Many HBCUs are underfunded, overlooked, and fighting to survive. But their impact, it's undeniable.
At a time in the past when segregation, things like that, and Black people were not allowed to attend college, that was our opportunity.
A lot of women in my family did go to HBCUs, Spelman, Hampton. It's important for Black students to feel important and included and a sense of community. Well, I hope people remember that Cheyney was the first historically Black HBCU. I just want them to remember it was once a thriving place, and it could get back to that.
Created a lot of good memories, and a lot of good experiences. I'm happy with my experience at Cheyney, and I feel like, Cheyney is a family.
Cheyney's story isn't just about one school. It's about history, legacy, and the fight to preserve Black history and education. HBCUs have shaped our past, but will they still be here for our future?